how do you know there's a virus? How do you find a virus, especially a new virus, and show that it causes disease? So that is the question of the hour. Science people, medical doctors, think that you find the virus in a bunch of sick people, and then you isolate it from sick people, you show it under the electron microscope, and that's not true. There is no case, as we all know by now, of any pathogenic virus being found in any bodily fluid or tissue from any sick person. Every virologist agrees with that. That's just not how it's done, period. Okay, so how do virologists do it? They find the cytopathic effect, which this is Stefan's study. So they see this and they say that is proof there's a virus. Now, we're not going to go over that because I've been over that numerous times. Once they have the cytopathic effect, in other words, once they take unpurified material from a sick person, inoculate that, quote, grow it on viro cells, which are monkey kidney cells, with all the starvation and antibiotics and calf serum and all the rest. Then they show you a picture of the breakdown products, and they point and say, here is the virus. So that is the next step in the virologist's proof that a virus exists. And this happens every single time in a discussion with virologists. It happened in the COVID-19 myths. The virologist came on, pointed with his cursor to a picture of the virus, this particle, which I'll show you in a minute, and said, there's the virus, that's proof. And then they go on to do genetic tests, not on that particle. Please understand that. The tests that they do are not on that particle. They are on essentially the brew that comes from the breakdown of the monkey kidney tissue. But this picture of the virus is a key component of the proof that the virus exists. Now, let's get to the slideshow. There's the picture. And there, with the arrow, is proof. SARS-CoV-2, there it is. You see the membrane, you see the proper dimensions for what we're calling a virus, and then you see little black dots like this. Those are the spike proteins that informed the graphic designers that all of these coronaviruses, particularly SARS-CoV-2, have spike proteins, and that's eventually became the sequence that they inject you with. That's what we're told. It's this picture. This is the proof. When you see this picture in the results of your viroculture, then you can use the template, and I'll explain that a little bit later, for SARS-CoV-2 to sequence the virus and to, quote, find the whole genome. First, you have to see this, or maybe this. Here it is. You've seen this from all kinds of people. You've seen it from Dr. Mikovits. You've seen it from the virologist who talked to us on the COVID myths. I've seen probably 100 to 200 people send me this exact picture and say, this is proof that the virus exists. Now, here's proof, this one, that the virus is budding off of the tissue. So that's proof that the viral theory is accurate. The viral theory being the virus is attached to the cell membrane of the cells of the person. They do that with the spike protein hooking up with the ACE2 receptor. They inject their business, which is the genetic material, into the cell, reproduce themselves, bud off the cell membrane like this. This is the picture of that. And then you make thousands, millions of copies. Now, I would just caution you that the only part of that you see is this and this. Here is the virus. Here is proof that it's budding off of the cell membrane. That's it. The rest of the steps you cannot see. You can't make a video of this happening. There is no proof except this is produced. Therefore, all the rest of those steps must have happened.